Good afternoon. I am Samantha Bishop. I am the Senior Community and Economic Development Representative with the Northwest Georgia Regional Commission. I have with me today Edward Guzman, who is the City Manager of Cedartown, and Jason Mock, who is the President and CEO of the Dalton-Whitfield Chamber of Commerce. And today we are going to talk about the Georgia 100 mini pitches. I'll just give a little bit of a background on what this program is. This is a program through the Atlanta United Community Fund, and their goal is to build 100 mini pitches throughout the state of Georgia in time for the World Cup in 2026. So both communities have been awarded the Georgia 100 grant, and so we have a list of questions that we'll go through, and I'll ask the questions and let you guys take turns answering them. All right. So Jason, let's start with you. Can you give us a quick overview of Dalton-Whitfield and the community and the region?
Yeah, so Dalton, Georgia, located up in northwest Georgia, home to the flooring capital industry. Our city population in the city of Dalton is about a little over 34,000 individuals, and then the county is a little over 100,000. So we are the MSA of our region up there, so we're kind of the urban area, but we're still a little rural as well. So we kind of got a little bit of a mixture kind of going on.
Okay, great. Edward, same question. Tell us about your community and the region.
Cedartown, Georgia. So it's a community of 10,250 people. Considered a rural community at that level. We're in Polk County, which is about 45,000 in the community. Got a growing community in the city and in the region, but we're considered to be in the Rome MSA area.
Okay, great. Again, Georgia 100 program, this provides access to soccer for youth who don't normally have access to it for various reasons. So why did your community pursue this project?
Well, we are known as Soccer Town USA, so we have a large population that really loves and enjoys soccer. A lot of our high schools have won state championships over the years, and I think from our standpoint, the more we can continue to bring fields and pitches to the community, give them access is what our community was looking at. So it's an exciting opportunity to join forces.
Great. Edward, same question. Why did your community pursue this project?
I joke around with a lot of folks that we're almost like a mini Dalton. So smaller population, but we do have a high Hispanic population in Cedartown, about 38% now in the city limits. And just until last year, we didn't have a fully fledged soccer complex, but it was a great need, high demand. A lot of parents, coaches, volunteers would ask for years, and the city commission got that project going through SPLOST dollars, and then the idea of a mini pitch came up, and then that just goes into the need for more soccer program in the community. And now in 2025, it's our sport that has the highest participation in our rec leagues by far.
Right. So, as you know, the Regional Commission, we assist communities with their local comprehensive plan. And one of the things that I wanted to ask about was this project in your comprehensive plan, and why or why not? And then Jason, I'll let you go first.
So for us, it was not in our comprehensive plan. When we started our comprehensive plan, we were not aware of the mini pitch grant program, and so. But I'll say that outdoor activity, recreation is very strong in our community. It's something that our community and our elected officials believe in. So it kind of fits in. So we're glad that y'all were able to bring it to us, even though it was not in our comp plan at the beginning.
Edward, same question.
Yeah, and then our project was listed in the comprehensive plan, although that was more of a perfect timing. The program had just opened up and been created in preparation for the World Cup. But we did place in the comprehensive plan, along with some other soccer programming. That's when a lot of those conversations were really gearing up between the officials and the community, elected officials, about there's such a high need for soccer facilities. Let's figure out how we can get it done. And putting in the comp plan was a big piece of that.
Okay, great. So with this project, with Georgia 100 specifically, a nonprofit had to be the applicant. Normally with grants that we work on with our communities, the city or the county applies. But in this case, you partnered with a nonprofit. So do you want to talk about
Yeah,
that?
so our nonprofit was the Chamber and the Chamber's Foundation, which is Believe Greater Dalton, which is our community strategy for Greater Dalton. And so we felt like when we saw this application that it really fit into one of our 6 strategies that we really wanted to contribute. So we went through the avenue of the Chamber being the nonprofit entity working alongside of our city.
Okay, great. Edward.
In our case, it was the Boys and Girls Club of Northwest Georgia. That club has a center in Cedartown and a couple centers in Rome. The Cedartown Center, the city of Cedartown partners directly with the club. We lease the facilities to them for $1 per year, just as a benefit to have a Boys and Girls Club in the city. And so when we realized that we needed a nonprofit to partner with, we've noticed that with the Boys and Girls Club, we have a lot of kids, several hundred kids that participate in the club in Cedartown, and they didn't have any soccer activities. There's a gym there where they play basketball, and so then that's where the light bulb came on. We're like, all right, let's try to apply for this mini pitch, partner with the Boys and Girls Club. I talked to their CEO, and he was all on board with it. Their Boys and Girls Club board was on board with it, and so we went forward with trying to do the application.
Great. So with this project, can you talk to me about how you learned about this funding and what did you learn along the way?
Well, first we learned about it through the regional commission. So we're blessed to have a great regional commission in Northwest Georgia. So that help us understand about these programs and opportunities to take advantage of. And so from the funding side of things, it was working closely with our foundation, the Chamber, and the city to figure out that there was a match there, and that our city was willing to go in on that opportunity. So that's kind of how it happened for us.
Edward.
Yeah, in our case, same thing that I'll elaborate on too. Always talk to your regional commissions, and I love to brag about the Northwest Georgia Regional Commission. They are awesome. And that's how we found out about the opportunity. Had no idea that this was even a possibility until that came through. And so then working with the Boys and Girls Club, we knew that they didn't have the capital to try to do that mini pitch, and plus the property's owned by the city. And so what we did was the elected officials, in their drive to want to improve and have more soccer facilities in Cedartown, they were willing to put up the match through the SPLOST dollars, special purpose local option sales tax dollars. And so that's how we did the application, and the city of Cedartown made the match for the project.
Yeah, thank you. Northwest Georgia has great outdoor facilities, access to so much outdoor recreation. I know that you guys have Rocky Bay's Fridge, and you guys have so many parks in your community. So talk about the experience that you've had with projects like this before. And Jason,
This was the first time that this type of project that we kind of dabbled in. I mean, we worked on other grants and other opportunities, mainly through the city, but it's the first time from our foundation, our Chamber Foundation, and Believe getting in this mix. And I'll say it was exciting. It was a great opportunity. It was just, all the stars aligned and allowed for it. So even though our city and our county have applied for many different grants and have been able to receive those outdoor grants, this was the first of its kind for us, and we're excited and hopefully be able to bring more to our area.
great. Edward.
Yeah, and as a city, I'm city manager for Cedartown. Been used to doing recreation programs and grants. Again, massive help to the regional commission to get those dollars. So we had experience with RTP, several of the grants, the Land and Water Conservation Fund, which is how our soccer complex was built, was through that federal grant. But this was our first time partnering with a nonprofit to try to get a grant program to work. We'd never done that before, so it was a new experience going through that application process. Traditionally, with a lot of our federal grants, we just apply as City of Cedartown, and then see if we can get a good application together that's competitive.
Okay, great. I'm going to merge a couple of questions. So were there any challenges that you experienced? And also, can you talk about the political buy-in from
Yeah.
local leaders?
A challenge, I think, for us was the communication, this being new to us, and
Mhm.
from the foundation side, the reporting, just
Mhm.
understanding that was something new that we never had to kind of go through. But having those kind of conversations with the city, having those conversations with you, Samantha, walking through really helped overcome those challenges. The political buy-in was all there. I think when our city council, when our mayor heard about this, they were in on this from day one. They knew that they wanted to bring a mini pitch to Dalton. Our mayor is very big in recreation and outdoors, very big in making sure our kids are outside playing and expanding. And then with us being kind of Soccer Town USA, it just kind of everything again, the stars aligned. And so the political buy-in was there, the challenges were there, but we were able to overcome those through communications. And so thanks to you and your team for helping us with that.
Well, communities like Dalton and Cedartown make it very easy, so thank you. And Edward, same question. Talk about the challenges and political buy-in.
Yeah, and same with what I mentioned earlier. This was our first time partnering with a nonprofit on a grant, and so some challenges that came up were a lot of the reporting, the communication between the two agencies. One is a government agency, one is a nonprofit. So there were some times where we might have got a little confused between staff members, but by the end of the project, everything went great. The mini pitch is being used by city residents and kids that participate in Boys and Girls Club. So some slight challenges with communication, but I figured that was going to happen when you get two agencies that are trying to work toward the same goal. As far as the political buy-in, same thing as Dalton. Our elected officials were excited about the prospect of having something like this in the community. Boys and Girls Club Board, I know we're happy about getting something like this in Cedartown. So it was awesome not seeing any kind of pushback politically for getting something like this.
No, that's great. So one of the most exciting things to see in working on a project is the end result. So talk to me about the impact and what you've seen, because both communities have had their first kick event, which was really, really exciting. So talk about the impact and has it exceeded your expectations? And then, anything else you want to add to that? Are there any consequences or benefits from the project?
I'll say we just, as you mentioned, just had our first kick maybe about a month and a half, 2 months ago. And it was exciting. It was exciting to see all the kids come out, the different ages, to take advantage of the mini pitch. The other exciting part was the combine of Dalton State. We have a great soccer program at Dalton State, and those players and those athletes coming over and interacting with our youth on the mini pitch side of things. So just those two things have been a exciting thing. We just had our State of the Community address this morning, and Mayor Annalise Sams was addressing the audience and brought up about the mini pitch and was excited about this opportunity and really hit on emphasis that we want more of this in our community. We need more of this in our community. So it's been a great opportunity. The kids have loved it. The families have loved it. It's now just trying to figure out making sure that everybody gets to use it. Everybody wants it every time, and so it's just balancing, making sure every team and every kid gets an opportunity to get on the pitch.
Right, that's exciting to hear. Edward.
Yeah, that's it's been amazing to have in the community. And it's same thing as Dalton. It's gotten to the point where we're trying to figure out, okay, how do we get another one of these in the community, because there are just so many kids that want to use it. We even got young adults that are playing on it in the evenings whenever the Boys and Girls Club, those kids that are at the club aren't using it. I know the middle school soccer team, the high school soccer team's been out there and have gotten use out of the mini pitch. And now we even have some folks that are doing tournaments on the weekends on the mini pitch. It's incredible. It is done very well for the community. We just need to find another one.
Absolutely. And I know that we are running short on time, so I'm going to go to the last question. So do you see this project being replicated in other communities that are similar size, and why or why not?
I agree. I think so. I think every community across the state has an opportunity to take advantage of this program and should take advantage of this program. It may look a little bit challenging at first, but I will say that with some work, with some help with your regional commission, it's something that cities and communities can do across the state.
Yeah, and on the Cedartown perspective, we're a smaller community, 10,000, and we were able to make it work. But again, it takes a lot of partnership. Talk to your regional commission. Very helpful through the entire process, and even once the grant was awarded, it was trying to figure out, all right, what are these reporting requirements like? What do we need to do to make sure that we're honoring the obligations that Atlanta United has, their foundation had on us to make sure that everything was getting done correctly. But I would say that even a community of 2,000 people could do this. And if funding is an issue, because like I said, in our case, there were SPLOST dollars involved, there might be a community foundation somewhere that can assist. I know a lot of communities have foundations that might have an interest in outdoor recreation. So I think there's ways for any size community to try to get it done if there's interest.
Yeah, no, I love outdoor recreation. Outdoor recreation projects are some of my favorite. And what's great is we have such a fabulous region, and those partnerships are important. And the Atlanta United Community Fund, those folks are extremely accessible and so willing to help out because they want to see this project be as successful as the communities do. But thank you both for taking the time to sit down and talk to me. These are great projects. If you have any questions, reach out to your local regional commission. This is it's a great project. It's a great thing that the Atlanta United Community Fund is doing, and what you guys are doing for your communities.
Thank you for having us.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you.